Hello, traders. I've got a stock that looks great right now, and I'll explain how I found it and why I like it. Subscribe to my channel now and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of these daily trades. You'll help me build my channel, and I'll help you build your account. Let's get started. We are almost 2 hours into trading. It is Monday morning, March 22nd. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at some of the picks that we've had recently. Let's take a look at what the market's doing. Let's find some picks for today. You can see here that the market has been able to compress. This is a very bullish formation. I'll show you why. I am long, just to show you that I am. You can see here QQQ 318.45. That was my entry point about 5 minutes after 10. That was about 95 minutes into trading. Here's why I am so bullish, and I'm trading QQQ because of its relative strength, and I'll tell you why we are looking for tech positions today. You can see here that the market was grinding higher. We've got our 1OP indicator moving higher, and right here, we've got a little bit of a warning sign because that is a bearish cross. What did the market do? It did not reverse lower as you would expect. It continued to inch higher and it compressed while we got a very deep 1OP sell-off here. So that tells me that this is actually what's called a bullish divergence and that this trend strength is very, very good. So we're about to get a deep trough here and a bullish 1OP cross. When we get that, I'm expecting us to break out through the upper end of this compression right in here and then off to the races. So let's take a look at QQQ and why I like that. Look at how steady the grind higher has been. So at a time when SPY is flat, it's compressing. What has the NASDAQ 100 done? Boom, boom, boom. Yes, this principle works with stocks. It also works for indices. So if you're looking at ETFs in particular groups that are really strong, yes, you can trade ETFs. You can trade QQQ. Here's why the QQQ is moving higher. In my pre-open market comments, which in the description area of this YouTube video, you'll find a link to my Twitter feed. Read my pre-open market comments. I had said that you cannot buy tech until we see a nice rally in TLT. So we had this gap higher, we formed support, we got a little bit of a compression, and then you can see after an hour of trading, we made a new high for the day. That was our clue. All systems go on tech stocks. So I believe that tech stocks are going to continue to rally, but this could just be a bounce in TLT. It's very, very oversold. It could just bounce and then we reverse lower. What we want to see here is we want to see long green candles. And in particular, I'd like to see this downward sloping trend line breach to the upside. Once I see that, I'm going to feel much better about selling out of the money bullish put spreads on tech stocks. I still don't know that we are in go-go, off to the races, buy Microsoft, buy Apple, buy Facebook, buy Amazon. I don't know that we're there yet. We need to make sure after a deep sell-off like this, it's typical for a bounce to occur and then for a retest. And if that second retest establishes a higher low, that is excellent because that tells us that buyers don't believe they'll be able to buy this low again. They're more and more aggressive and they want to buy here. That's what makes that double bottom higher low so effective. Then I think we've got a really nice chance for TLT to put in a bottom perhaps for the next 2 or 3 months. That would be excellent. The Fed has stayed steadfast that they are not going to be raising rates in 2023. Keep an eye on TLT. Now, at the same time, when you've got the market flatlining in here, moving a little bit higher, but it's compressing right now, there's a lot of underlying movement. There is an incredible amount of rotation. So right now, with tech stocks moving higher, you're seeing a rotation out of some of the cyclical stocks. So there's some profit taking because they have been leading the market higher. So as they sell the cyclical stocks, that money is being used to rotate back into tech stocks. So you're seeing incredible rotation on a day-to-day basis. You want to make sure that you are watching for those strongest groups and strongest sectors. Those are the ones that you want to be day trading. Let's take a quick look at some stocks that I highlighted yesterday. UPST was one of them. I had mentioned to you that selling a bullish put spread down here at that $85 strike price would be good. You can see how strong that stock has been. And another one that I highlighted was TME. Careful on this one. Stock looks great today, moving higher. Earnings after the close. That's what that A is there for. So no selling bullish put spreads on this one until after the number if the reaction is good. HRB was another one that I highlighted. That stock not doing so well. Again, probably a rotation out of some of the stronger cyclical stocks like this. But that is why we were going to be selling an out of the money bullish put spread, keying off of this technical breakout and giving us some breathing room so that we're not vulnerable to moves like this. But the entire day, if you came in and you watched the stock, the very first bar today was a big red candle. Well, there's no need to take a trade on that. Let the market unfold. Watch the stock a little bit. Uh-oh, we took out the low of the day. Yeah, probably going to hold off on this one. That is how you should approach every trade. Same thing with the stocks that I showed you that are moving higher, TME and the rest. Wait to see what the market does. Wait to see what TLT does. You've got your compression. All right, now we have a new high of the day. Got some relative strength going. Now you can join that trade. So those are some of the picks that I highlighted yesterday, and let's take a look and see what we can find for today. Now, obviously, we're going to want to stick to tech stocks because those are the ones that are moving well. Retail also moving well. CHWY, let's take a look at that daily. On any of these tech stocks, you really want to take a look at the daily chart to make sure that you have firm support. So here we've got firm support. We've got some room up until the 100-day moving average. So this stock actually looks pretty decent right now. You can see really nice relative strength. Facebook, that's been on the list. You know that I like that one. BLNK, really, really strong. That's actually come up on our bullish explosion alert. This is nice. You got this drop right here. You can see how the stock found support at the 100-day moving average. Buyers getting more aggressive. This is a higher low, and it looks like we're going to break out through this resistance right here. So I'm going to click alert, and I'm going to click on the top of that candle. When it gets through that resistance, I want to know about it. Intel, also one that we had talked about last week. Tech selling off, Intel holding its own. I had mentioned selling it out of the money bullish put spread right here around the $62 level. Still looks good. You can see how the stock is inching higher. TME we've looked at, LUMN. This is very nice. You can see how the stock has run up. It's compressing. It's getting ready for its next leg higher. Got a long volume bar right there. And this happened when the market was declining last week. LUMN. I really like this one. I think this stock's going to continue to go higher. You can see that it has a price of $14, so it's a relatively inexpensive stock. You don't even need to buy options on this one. It's a fairly cheap stock, so you don't have to trade options on it. KOPN, got this nice downward sloping trend line, broken to the upside. KOPN looks good also. So far out of the list, I really like LUMN. I think that one is staging for a nice breakout. Take a look at these. I'm not trading GME. Some of you might like that. Roku, really hugging that 100-day moving average. Still not able to get through this technical resistance level. Let's drop a GTC alert line. The alert lines only take a second to drop, so very important that you do that along the way. There's QQQ. You can see our position is working out very well. Over here, you can see S&P 500. Here we're getting our deep, deep trough in that 10P indicator, and we're already starting to break through the upper end of this compression. When this crosses, you're going to see a long green candle. This is the only indicator I use to trade the S&P futures. Instead of just trading the S&P futures, there's a huge edge to trading stocks with relative strength, because if I get the market wrong, and if for some reason the S&P 500 decides that it wants to take out this support level right here, ka-chunk down, if I'm trading futures, I will lose money, period. But if I'm trading QQQ or a very strong stock, when that breakdown happens, it is going to hold its bid very, very well. I might be able to scratch the trade, take a tiny loss. In some cases, I might even be able to make money on the trade because the stock has held up so well. That is a cushion. That is an edge that you can work. That's what we use not only on a day trading basis, but on a swing trading basis as well. So let's keep going down the list. You know I like AMAT. Look at that breakout right there. Incredible chip shortage right now. AMAT is in a position to do extremely well. Upward sloping trend line comes into play around that 50-day moving average. That's also your horizontal breakout, now support. Yes, AMAT selling a bullish put spread down around that 110 level. Absolutely excellent. So let's continue to take a look, see if we've got anything else. I've given you some really good ideas. LMN. Can't remember the symbol now. I've got to go back and check my search. We'll go into LUMN. Excuse me, there it is. And let's take a look at that 5-minute chart. We want to make sure that as the market continues to go higher, that it's also going higher. You've got excellent volume in here today, very choppy stock. So what does that mean? That means that when you see a long green bar like this, you don't buy up here. You've got to wait for it to retrace. Ideally, the halfway point of this long green bar, you watch it, comes in, it holds, that would be a good entry point. Right now, it retraced all the way back to the open of that long green candle. So right in here, I would say probably 1439 in here. Yes, I would give that stock a definite shot. This would be a swing type trade that you can hang on to for a bit. DG also looking very good. This one we day traded last Friday. You can see how it's out of the depths. Actually, COST has been on our list also. I like this little cup and handle right in here. It's trying to get through this horizontal resistance. Click GTC, click on the top of that candle, draw your line. Now, if it gets above that resistance level, I'll know about it, and then I think the stock really looks good. TGT has been another one. And there you can see how this stock is through the 50-day moving average, through that downward sloping trend line. TGT, you have to figure that a lot of the stimulus checks are going to be received. That money is going to get spent in stores. So I think that retail will continue to perform well. And one final look to see if there's anything else that happens to be popping up that looks good. I haven't looked at Qualcomm. Nice and steady, even when tech selling off. This stock able to hold its bid right in here, well above that 200-day moving average. I think Qualcomm is one that's getting ready to grind higher. That's another one that you can keep an eye on. Again, for any tech stocks, make sure that you have this TLT chart up. Higher interest rates are no good for tech. We need to have this bond rally. When bonds rally, interest rates go down. So we want bonds to rally above this downward sloping trend line. Then we know the coast is clear to start selling some out of the money bullish put spreads in the tech sector. Option implied volatilities are going to be relatively high there because QQQ has pulled back recently. So you'll be well rewarded for that. And you can see how we get the pullback below the 100-day moving average. We get a nice bounce. This is the retest. Buyers are in here on that 100-day moving average. They don't believe they'll have a chance to buy QQQ down here, so they're getting more aggressive here. And now we've got a chance to break out through the 50-day moving average. I think that TLT finds a bid. I think that's going to help tech. I think you're going to see tech rally higher this week. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.